I beg your pardon for that mistake. Your Excellency, these are the highly distinguished, eminent Nigerians drawn from the academia, from other disciplines who you have decided to bring together in order to help you to give Sokoto the kind of economy it deserves so that your 9-point smart agenda could easily be achieved. Your Excellencies, permit me, other distinguished personalities, I now have the singular honor and privilege to most respectfully invite His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto, PhD, FCN, to deliver his address and inaugurate this council. Your Excellency, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyil karim. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, His Excellency Idris Muhammad Gobir, Your Excellency, our leader, the former governor of Old Sokoto State, Malam Yahya Abdul Karim Emanai, the former deputy governor of Sokoto State, Alhaji Chiso Abdullahi Dattijo, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of the Sokoto State House of Assembly, Honorable Member representing Federal Constituency, Bodinga, Dengishuni, and Traitor. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, ably represented here by Galadimangari Aliyu Atahiru, the Chief Judge and the Grand Kadi, the Chairman of our great party, the Chairman of Sokoto State Economy Advisory Council, and all his members seated here, members of the Sokoto State Executive Council, SSG, Chief of Staff, Government House, Sokoto, Special Advisors and Senior Special Assistants. Our elders, I have seen Ambassador Sahibi Isa Gada, Ambassador Abubakar Shehu Wurnu, Senator Salihu Bakwai, Malam Bashir Giran Kanawa, a lot of others. Head of security operatives in the state, head of federal and state parastatals, youth, members of the press, peace be upon you all. Amen. Let me begin by thanking Almighty Allah for giving us the opportunity to witness this historic day in which we come back here to undertake an important function geared toward enhancing economic growth and development of our dear state. Distinguished audience, I want to use this opportunity to welcome you all to Sokoto State, the seat of the Caliphate, for this formal inauguration of Sokoto State Economic Advisory Council. Our decision to establish the State Economic Advisory Council is to put in place a key strategic initiative aimed at enhancing and revitalizing the state economy through the innovative recommendations and approaches that the Council will offer to the government. The Council has explicit mandate to advise the government on economic policies and initiatives. I task you to make useful advice to government to enhance the quality of lives and citizens who are for fine investment, augmented revenue streams, job creation, strategy alliances, community involvement, and the attraction of significant federal government and private sector projects to the states. Ladies and gentlemen, this Economic Advisory Council, which is about to be inaugurated, draws members from different strata of the society that include academia, industrialists, economists, and hosts of others. It is essential at this point to task the council members on the need to conduct a thorough assessment and analysis of positions of the state economy in order to provide valuable guidance to the government for implementations. Let me recall from our inaugural address on 29th May 2023, where this administration announced its 9-point innovative SMART agenda, which compromises security, promoting Islamic affairs, economic development, education, water supply, youth and women empowerment, agriculture development, healthcare delivery, as well as local government autonomy. I also stressed our aspiration for a rejuvenated Sokoto state with widespread acceptance of all its citizens. Distinguished audience, this administration faces a lot of economic challenges inherited from the immediate past administration, which include debt servicing, untapped soil and mineral resources, poor tax collection, and lack of economic data index of the state. I therefore implore you to use your vast experience in our different areas of discipline to provide solution to challenges hindering the economic development of our dear state. In conclusion, I want to remind this important gathering that the state government has so far committed significant financial resources towards enhancing infrastructure, revitalizing urban and rural areas, improving education and healthcare system, social welfare reforms, and ensuring the safety and security of lives and the property of people of the state. Finally, of our dear state. To this end, I would like to express my profound gratitude to the Chairman, Elders Committee, Alhaji Aminu Tambari Tafida, for his foresight in conceptualizing and actualization of this State Economic Advisory Council. With these brief remarks, I have the honor to inaugurate the Sokoto State Economic Advisory Council for state and for our future, for the good of our dear state and the country in general. Thank you. I so inaugurate. Thank you, sir. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. Mai girma mataimakin gwamnan jihar Sokoto, dattijo kuma shugabanmu gwamnan da ya gabata na tsohuwar jihar Sokoto Malam Yahaya Abdulkarim Manayi, mai girma mataimakin gwamnan jihar Sokoto da ya gabata His Excellency Chisu Abdullahi Dattijo, wakilin mai alfarma sarkin musulmi Galadiman gari, mai girma kakakin majalisar dokoki na jihar Sokoto da mataimakinsa da 'yan majalisa, mai girma dan majalisa mai wakiltar kanin hukumar mulkin Bodinga da Ngishinu da Tureta a majalisa tarayya Abuja, shugaban jam'iyyar APC na jihar Sokoto mai girma Grant Kadi, Chief Judge, mai girma shugaban wannan kwamiti wanda zai ba gwamnati shawara akan farfaɗo a tattalin arzikin ƙasa Alhaji Bello wakilin Sokoto da sauran membobin shi, kwamishinoni, sakataren gwamnati, shugaban ma'aikata a fadar gwamnati, masu ba gwamnati shawara da masu taimaka na musamman, dattijawanmu da ke nan. Ina iya hangen Alhaji Sabi Isa Gada, ambasada da ambasada Abubakar Shehu Gurnu da sanata Salihu Bakwai da Malam Bashir Gidan Kanawa, 'yan jarida, sauran jama'a baki daya, amincin Allah shi tabbata a gare mu. Kamar yadda muka gani yau, wace rana ce ta farin ciki, wata rana ce wadda wani sabon alheri na ci gaba a wannan jiha tamu mai albarka. Kamar yadda muka gani, mun kaddamar da wani kwamiti wanda adda alhakin taimakawa tare da ba da shawarar da za a farfado da tattalin arziki na wannan jiha tamu mai albarka. Sanin kowa ne lokacin da muka karbi jagorancin wannan jiha ta mai albarka, mun isko abubuwa sun taɓarɓare, ba wani jadawali wanda ake amfani da shi domin sanin makamar tattalin arziki na wannan jiha tamu. A bisa ga wannan ne muka ga ya dace mu aika goron gayyata ga 'yan uwanmu musamman 'yan jihar Sokoto da wasu waɗanda ke ba da goyon baya musamman da tafiyar da wannan gwamnati jihar Sokoto domin su taru wuri ɗaya, su dibi yanayin da wannan jiha take ciki, sannan su ba mu shawara ta yadda za mu tahowa a farfaɗo tattalin arziki na wannan jiha. Wannan kuma yana da zuma ganin cewa jihar Sokoto ta fito ta fafata da sauran jihohin da ke wannan tarayya tamu ta Najeriya. Ina son in yi amfani da wannan dama in yi kira ga al'ummar jihar Sokoto, musamman ma'aikatan gwamnati da masu ruwa da tsaki, da su ba wannan babban kwamiti goyon baya da haɗin kai da addu'o'i domin a cimma biyan bukata. Ba ko shakka inda an ka fito jihar Sokoto mun santa da kamfanoni da dama. Akwai kamfanin da muka san cewa yana sarrafa hwata, watan leda, ya sarrafa ta ya juya ta kan wani abu mai amfani a wannan jiha. Sanin kowa ne akwai kamfani wanda ke kera kujeri a wannan jiha tamu, amma duk waɗannan kamfuna a halin yanzu ba wani abu da ke gudana a cikinsu. Ina da amanna da cewa da yadda Ubangiji, tare da shawarar waɗannan bayan Allah da muka ɗauko daga kowane irin fanni wanda ya shahi tattalin arziki da kuma sanin makaman aiki, insha Allahu za su fitar da wannan jiha da wannan hali da take ciki. a madadin gwamnatin jihar Sokoto, al'ummar jihar Sokoto baki daya, ina ƙara miƙa godiyata ga ɗimbin waɗannan al'umma, musamman shugaban wannan kwamiti da membobin shi. Kafin in kammala jawabina, ya zama wajibi a gare ni in yi godiya ta musamman ga shugaban kwamitin dattija Alhaji Amir Tambar Tafida, wanda yake shi a mutum na farko da ya farfado da wannan ba da shawara, kuma Allah ya sa ta inganta. Ina godiya kwarai da gaske, Allah ya saka maka da alheri. A gefen gwamnati da al'ummar jihar Sokoto, ina ba ku tabbacin cewa za mu ba ku dukkanin haɗin kai da goyon bayan da ya kamata domin kwalliya ta biya kuɗin sabulu. Da wannan jawabi da ni da sunan Allah mai jin ƙai mai rahama, ina mai ƙaddamar da wannan kwamiti na farfaɗo a tattalin arzikin jihar Sokoto.
We've just listened to an address by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State. The chairman of the just inaugurated Sokoto State Economic Advisory Council, Alhaji Bello Machigo, FCIB, Okine Sokoto, to deliver a vote of thanks. Sir.
Sit or should I stand?
No, sir. Sit down, sir.
Sit down. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, sir. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. Your Excellency, our amiable Governor of Sokoto State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, our former Governor, and also former Deputy Governor, the representative of His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, the Chairman of the APC here present today, distinguished members of the Sokoto Executive Council, distinguished members of this committee that has just been inaugurated by His Excellency, that is Sokoto Advisory Council. Should I say, overall, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. On behalf of this committee that His Excellency has just inaugurated, I would like to say that as a group, we feel very privileged. We feel very honored for the opportunity given to us by His Excellency to contribute to the development of Sokoto State through provision of our own ideas, of our own advices. Certainly over the course of the next few months, we shall be working together collectively as a group to define what are the key strategic initiatives that Sokoto State as a state needs to implement in order for the state to take its rightful place in the Committee of States in the Federation of this country, Nigeria. Sincerely, for us to be able to put together those strategic initiatives, it is necessary for us, like His Excellency has hinted in his remarks, that we need to undertake detailed evaluation of the current situation, current economic situation of the state, and to identify how we arrive to the present destination that we are at, a destination that His Excellency is determined, and we as a committee are determined to guide His Excellency, to reverse that direction. So in terms of the initiatives we will be implementing, first of all, we would evaluate the strengths of the state. We will undertake detailed evaluation of the strengths of the state. What are the areas of competencies that we have as a state? And secondly, that we will also evaluate what other states of the Federation are actually undertaking or that have undertaken successfully. Like they say, there is no reinventing the wheel. The only thing is you identify those opportunities and apply them to our own circumstances here in Sokoto. So we shall identify, we shall advise on very key strategic initiatives that will reverse the fortune of Sokoto State and put Sokoto on a solid path to economic prosperity. We are very happy that from the composition of the committee, you can see that this committee is drawn from members, first in the financial services industry, and of course in the most important sector of Nigeria, that is the oil industry. We have the Chief Financial Officer of NNPC here and the Managing Director of Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA. And we also have from within our committee members of the academia who will also bring conceptual perspective to the work that we are conducting. Again, as we are a federation, we have felt it necessary to also bring from among us people from other states who can share their experiences in other jurisdictions so that we can also borrow a leaf where we think that will be ideal for our own situation. And not to belittle the composition of the committee, let me say that we also have very successful industrialists from within this committee who will also bring their perspective in terms of what they have been able to achieve and how we can apply it, to the present situation in Sokoto State. And we thank also our distinguished senators who are also part of this committee. And together we shall be working as a body that will evaluate very thoroughly, like His Excellency has hinted, so that we have clarity in terms of where we are today in Sokoto State and how did we get here. Now this will provide the foundation for us in putting together those important initiatives that we need to put together to change the direction of this state. Secondly, we will also be advising His Excellency and his government what are those important sectors that we'll call sectors of focus. Of course, he had mentioned in his earlier address, that during inauguration they have identified a number of sectors that they need to pay attention to. So we will interrogate and advise what are those areas that we need to give the most priority to so that we can be able to assist this government achieve its aspirations of taking Sokoto State to a higher level. Ladies and gentlemen, without taking too much of your time, I would like to say that we shall also be advising on innovative solutions, innovative financial solutions that will help Sokoto State also broaden and widen its sources of financing for the projects. Of course, we all know the traditional sources, FAC, we know IGR, and considering that the projects that are on the plate of His Excellency, certainly there will be need for broader and more innovative areas that can help us
look for more financing that will actually align with the needs of Sokoto State. So for me, let me just say on this note, we would like to thank His Excellency, our amiable Governor, for his visionary leadership. It takes a man of great vision to be able to recognize that you need to bring the best of your people from among the public sector and the private sector so that together they can harmonize, common positions that will be to the benefit of our great state. We would like to assure His Excellency and the government of Sokoto State that we shall do all that is possible to advise his government on what we believe is the way forward. Our overall objective is to put Sokoto State back on the status that it has always enjoyed, the status of preeminence in this nation, Nigeria. So in closing, and on behalf of all the members of the committee, we would just like to assure His Excellency, our Governor, and all of you here today that we shall not disappoint you. That we shall work assiduously to deliver a result that will not only be relevant for the immediate, but that it will be relevant for intermediate and also for the long term. Your Excellency and all the distinguished guests gathered here today, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Thank you.
That was a very rich and detailed word of thanks by the chairman of the Sokoto State of the just inaugurated Sokoto State Economic Advisory Council. Your Excellency, other distinguished personalities, this is how far we are going to go on this inauguration. Permit me, Your Excellency, to now once more invite Sokoto State Grand Kadi, Right Honorable Solengi Achida, to lead us in the closing prayers.
صلوا على النبي الكريم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وأنا كنت أكثر أوجي أن كوس جابون أن كتيم كوس الله كسائي على خير أشكيسا الله كبيام لكم وقاتلكم على خير وإن قد سكزوا وجي الله كمل سجل جسده الله كوم الله زمان الله أشكر جهد أن كسبه كلام. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Well, viewers, that has been the inauguration of the members of the committee of the advisory economic. Well, going on the speech of His Excellency the Governor of Sokoto State, in his speech he asked the committee to offer useful advices to the government. He also said these members of the committee are highly dedicated and capacitated, derived from academia, industrialists and economists. He also added that there are a lot of inherited debts from the past administration, urging them
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you, distinguished assemblies.
Ahmed Aliyu gwamna na Sokoto dan alu da godiya gaba kainuwa da sharrabu kaga ginin da baya turuwa. Ahmed Aliyu gwamna na Sokoto dan alu da godiya gaba kainuwa da sharrabu kaga ginin da baya turuwa. Ubangiji ka karan daɗin himma haɗi da
Inauguration of the economic. That has been the inauguration of the Sokoto State Economic Growth Advisory Committee. Advisory Committee, which was being presided by His Excellency the Governor of Sokoto State, Dr. Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto. And a brief of his speech, the Excellency, in his speech, he asked the committee to offer useful advice to the government. Also, he said these members of the committee are highly dedicated and capacitated, derived from academia, industrialists, and economics as well, saying there are a lot of inherited debt from the past administration, urging them to work hard and find profound solutions for the economic growth of the state. Also, in his speech, he added, he said they should be given maximum support for the development and the growth of the state as a whole. That has been the speech of His Excellency, while the chairman of the committee, Alhaji Bello Machido, he said indeed it's a privilege for them to be given such opportunity. He said it's also necessary for them to work because of the current situation in Sokoto State. He also said that there are many ways that they find it. There are many ways that they will use, very key strategic ways in to make sure they evaluate thoroughly and also provide solutions to the economic growth of the state as well. I think, viewers, that has been all for the inauguration. Thank you for watching, and be with us next time for another special program. Thank you from Sokoto, Aisha Abdullahi Amin.
Sanata uban sanatoci arewa sarki yamma abin bugun gabanmu. Ni fatar da nake yi ga Allah don girman sunayenka Allah. Allah don kimar manzo Allah. Kai malurin jaye da gwamnatin da masoya ne da sun kaɗo shi.
Shikenan daɗa an kai ƙarshe, Supreme Court ta yanke hukunci, ta ce Ahmed Ali shine zaɓaɓɓen gwamna.